Grant Halverson, Getty Images Charlotte, North Carolina, August 17, Robert Quinn. Photo by Grant Halverson, Getty Images. Bryan Broaddus, DallasCowboys.com writer and former NFL personnel man, joined the GBag Nation on 105.3 The Fan KRLD-FM on Monday to talk all things Dallas Cowboys. Here are some of the highlights. Listen to it in full here. Question: by age, Robert Quinn shouldn't be over the hill at all, but his best production is already a few years behind him. When you watched him on tape, how close is he to the player that could get you? I mean, once he had 19.5 sacks, how close is he to a 10 to 12 sack guy? Bryan Broaddus: I think he can still get between 8 to 10 sacks, absolutely. I think, to me, what's interesting about Robert Quinn is as he's advanced in age, he's gotten a better understanding of how he needs to attack blockers. He still has the ability with the first step quickness to get that arm, as being a right end, to get that left arm underneath a blocker, hit the shoulder and then be able to get to the level where the quarterback is. You don't see him get pushed behind the quarterback very much. He, generally, will rush at the level he needs to be at. That's the awareness you have in a player like that. I think he's gonna be a guy that's gonna be able to hold the point of attack as a run player. To me, he's not a guy who gets washed or anything like that. Really, the difference, he has similar traits you have with DeMarcus Lawrence, but he doesn't play the run as well. He is a pass rusher through and through, but I like what I saw from him. In watching the tape, they were playing the Packers. David Bakhtiari is the Pro Bowl tackle for the Packers there on the left side. The Packers thought enough of Quinn to put a tight end over there and a back over there too quite a bit during that game. The Patriots came back and were chipping a back on him as well. They obviously respect what he can do off the edge. I think it's one of those nice gets for the Cowboys. Didn't really cost them very much as far as the compensation. And to get the salary reduced, I think, was a big thing too. Question: do you think it's gonna help him to have Tank on that side? I'm only bringing this up in this context. I don't know who the other pass rushers were for the Dolphins, but I know when he was with the Rams he had Aaron Donald there and he was a fiend. Of course this was before his injuries. But you would think maybe he could be more effective if the other team has to worry about the other side. Bryan Broaddus: yeah, I think actually he could help if you do get Lawrence done. He'll definitely take people, blockers, scheme, whatever you have to do, you'll definitely have to figure that out with either one of those guys. Stephen Jones yesterday, with us here at DallasCowboys.com, the interview he did with his, said his intention was to have both those players available. This is one of those moves that protects the Cowboys, in a way, that if something does happen where they have to move on from Lawrence, then it'll allow them to at least have a pass rusher. They can go with that and try and get things together on the left side, whether it's move Tyrone Crawford over there. You've also got Taco Charlton over there. That's kind of where they're at with this. I think the intent here is to try to get both of those guys done. They could clearly help each other if available on the field at the same time. Question: does Dallas have any expectations or clues how the league is going to handle the Randy Gregory's situation since it's technically an indefinite suspension? Bryan Broaddus: I think Stephen Jones was very honest. His hope is to have Randy back. Obviously they've had some discussions with the league. I think we just have to wait and see how that plays out. I haven't heard anything of anybody saying, oh no, he'll be back. He's only gonna miss X amount of games or this or that. I think everybody's just kind of waiting to see how the league is gonna react from that. More on Robert Quinn: how the addition of Quinn immediately impacts the Cowboys' defense. Cowboys trade 2020 6th-round pick for Robert Quinn, closing a deal they couldn't afford not to make. The Cowboys may just be onto something big with the acquisition of Quinn. All hail. Stephen Jones. Quinn trade is icing on a cake that merits applause for the Cowboys VP Film Room. Why Quinn is a slam dunk acquisition for the Cowboys. Miami Dolphins beat writer on why the Robert Quinn trade was a blowout win for the Dallas Cowboys.